Thank you for being here. Oh, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel, Vogue. I'm going to call you Vogue if you don't mind. Sorry I'm running a little bit late. I was getting the music, and while I was standing at the back door, the sun came out real bright because it's been raining here. And I was like, that's part of the reading. And I didn't know what it was going to be, but I got some music and I'm going to share that with you. And the song incorporated that sunshine. So somehow it's like the clouds are parting. I feel that there's clouds, but they're parting. And the sun is going to finally come through for somebody who's been maybe a little bit under the weather or sad, not just not happy. I don't know, maybe depressed for somebody. Anyway, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. Thank you if you're joining me on the replay. And check me out when I'm going live. I try to do Saturdays and Sundays, but I don't always know the time. I try to post it the night before or the day before as much as I'm able. But I've been thinking a lot about this channel and how much I miss. I used to do readings every day. And then when I had to move my card table out here where I reside, um, I was not able to do the readings, daily because the cards were somewhere else. And I didn't want to keep my deck split like that. But anyway, so I miss doing the daily readings. I surely do. But maybe it's meant to be this way for a while. I just have to let it be what it is. But I miss my cards. My cards are so important to me. And as soon as I come home, I want to get my hands on them. Alright, so let me get the music. I just wanted to check the energy real quick because I do feel like there's somebody closing my throat up that's coming out of a time of a little bit of depression. It doesn't have to be like major depression, but it could be for somebody. So I asked for songs for the reading, and if you're new here, I get songs by shuffling my playlist. Sometimes I get them organically where Spirit just talks to me, but today I used my playlist, and I'm going to share what I got with you. And Vogue, if you have a question, and it's all right with Cheryl, you can. Yeah, here we go. Carlos, bad. I don't know what is on his head after a year. Is there a woman in his head or only me? I love this man. Yesterday, big discussion again. No friend of him like me. Okay. Okay. We're going to do both, I think, Cheryl. Okay, if we get enough people, we won't do a collective. Oh, thank you, Sharitha. Alright, I can't do both, so I'm going to let Cheryl keep up with who's going to go next. But since we have people showing up, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start out with whoever you... Okay, let's go ahead and do those. And it is Vogue first, Cheryl. Looks like Vogue was first. But I don't know if I always see the same things you see, so I'm going to let you tell me. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. So you've been dating somebody for a year, and you want to know if there's anyone else on their mind. Let's see, what was Carlos. All right, let's look at Carlos. Spirit, how are you working overall? May I have permission from Carlos's spirit guides and angels to access the Akashic records on their behalf for the highest and greatest good of this relationship? If not, then show me that I do not need to do so. Otherwise, I'm going to see how Spirit is overall working in Carlos's life when it comes to Isvanja. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune came out in reverse. with the sun. There's our sun card that I've been feeling very strongly. Okay. So something is happening here in this situation with this person. Esfanza. I hope I'm not pronouncing that wrong. There's something happening, karmic happenings, things we can't control, kind of. We control them by our decisions earlier in life, and then the universe corrects things and teaches us lessons. And it's like there's a lesson here that's not being learned, or there's something that needs to happen here that's just not happening. And I'm going to see if I can find out what it is. Candle wax on the card. Alright, so first of all, I want to look at his thoughts about you, how he thinks and feels. What does he think about this relationship with, I'm going to call you Vogue for simplicity, if you don't mind. That there's loyalty, but there's something that's not being said, a confession that needs to be made. Or one has recently, I don't know, it's in reverse. It's like there's something unspoken. Maybe it's just that you're loyal, like you all are in a committed loyalty again, and pretend. Okay, why is there pretend loyalty? Show me what he thinks. What does he think about this relationship? That it's shallow but loyal. Alright, talk to me, Spirit. What does this person, Carlos, think about the relationship with Vogue? May I see, please? What does he think about their relationship? He's got a lot of thoughts. Okay. He feels like somehow that he's better off, or you're better off. Somehow they're better off and not exhausted, not tired of this. There's loyalty again. There's a strong sense of loyalty in this relationship, in his mind. Okay, let me let Otto in. Come on in, buddy boy. Come on in, baby. Come on if you want to. So somehow he feels like he's better off, and he's not tired of this. There's loyalty, a lot of chemistry, rejection, and feeling trapped. So somehow there's chemistry, and this person feels rejection from being trapped. Okay. And if you want me to be able to give you a better, more accurate reading, there's depth to this relationship also. Explain to me why he feels trapped. Why is he feeling trapped like this? You don't know, okay. Why does he feel trapped? Because of time. Is he having to wait for something? Okay. Alright, so, okay, he feels like he's better off. He's not tired of this. Or maybe he's getting tired of this. But he feels like there's a lot of loyalty, a lot of chemistry. And somebody's going to have to be rejected because of being trapped. And time is a factor. Alright, and there's tension with this confession. Alright, so there is something under the surface here. Alright, what are his feelings? Well, how does he feel about Vogue? May I see, please? He is, it's saying infatuated. Clarify what you mean. This is a spiritual connection. They have misunderstood. They have illusions and deja vu. This is the karmic feeling right here. It's like, this person is like, I've been through this before, and I don't understand this connection. I don't understand why I am so compelled to be in this connection. That's the feel that this has. That's how he feels. Like there's an infatuation, that there's a spiritual connection that's misunderstood, and there's illusions because of deja vu, past life, karmic lessons, and repeated patterns, with not having something one day, someday, another time. All right, I think I'm going to have to pull tarot on this. to be honest with you. And I'm going to use this deck right here. It's a twin flame deck, but it won't come out that way unless it is twin flame. But we see we have a spiritual connection here. Okay. Well, maybe that's the rejection and the trapped part. It looks like there's been like anger. This chemistry card can be anything like a spark. It could have been an argument that made this person feel rejected and like they got caught this time. Then maybe you caught them doing something, or they feel like they got caught. They feel trapped like they got caught this time. There may have been an argument where he felt rejection and like he got caught or is going to get caught. All right, talk to me, Spirit, about why the Wheel of Fortune is here. May I see, please? Because manifesting you and the Six of Wands. Wow, the Sagittarius is very strong here. And I have Taurus and Leo as well. Show me why the wheel's in reverse. Because of Capricorn and the Six of Wands. It's, oh, some cards fell out. It's like this sense of recognition, wanting to have somebody to pat you on the back and recognize something. All right, what is the wheel, Spirit? Wishing, and Capricorn, the devil, is here. A strong desire and wishing for something. Why is the wheel here for Carlos, Spirit? Will represent for Carlos and Vogue Esponza. Oh, come on, card. Come on. Come on. Why is the wheel here? There we go. There we go. There's a Three of Pentacles coming out. There's a dark time. Remember at the beginning I said there was a dark time? Somebody's coming out of a dark time, maybe with work. There's somehow something or someone that's working here. Project, love at work. This is about coming out of a dark time, either when it comes to work or how this relationship works. All right. Clarify the Three of Pentacles. May I see what that is? This can just be an empty, disconnected feeling, this dark time. It's in reverse, which means you're kind of coming out of that or going into that. It looks like coming out. This is how Spirit's working with the wheel. There we go. Alright. You got a Page of Cups that just came out. That's a small offer of love or surprise. Somebody's going to stop being so cold. This wheel is somebody's going to surprise you, I think, and stop being so cold. And it has something to do with some memories that they think about. King of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It feels like a Pisces type vibe. I know the moon is in Libra right now. And is the sun in Gemini now? Okay. So this could also be a friend that is involved in this situation. And it could be somebody at work. This wheel is about whatever this Page of Cups is. It could be a friend at work. But somebody's not cold. Why do we need to know that? What? Oh, I have the cards upside down. Because there's that devil. There's a strong desire here for something. I'm going to put this Page of Cups back in. And let's see if that's a person. Why is the devil here? What's this desire for? May we see, please? All right. To do. And they have a strong... It's like they're stopping themselves from moving. Completely stopping themselves. Holding themselves back. Restraining themselves. This infatuation that they have. It could be an addiction type feel. When you pair that with the devil, then it feels addicted. Alright. Why is the devil here? Because, okay, what am I missing? Spirit said I'm not using my intuition. All right, so somehow or another, somebody's, and this is internal conflict right here, this confusion. I don't know if I want to move forward, but I'm going to move forward anyway. Why is the sun here? This person doesn't know what they want to do because of the Page of Swords. Clarify what the Page of Swords. You have a lot of pages showing up here for this to be a long-term relationship. Mirroring. Somebody is watching you. This is a spy card, but I was giving it benefit of the doubt. It's mirroring. It's somebody watching you, probably on social media, or watching someone. This is what's going to make somebody happy, though, is that this is almost over. What do you mean almost over? Feeling left out in this relationship and feeling like there's hope and no choice. No choice for what? The Lovers is here. There's a Gemini here. Okay. All right. Now we got to the nitty gritty. This person, it has a money focus and they worry a lot about money. They're worried about money. I don't think that they are. Okay. Now that we okay, there's the sun. We're at the end of the reading. This person is focused on money right now and work. So whatever's going on here, it's not about you. They're trying to get themselves out of that cloudy place so that there will be hope for this relationship. And right now they feel like they have no choice but to focus on their money because it's keeping them up at night. And somehow they're mirroring and watching. I think that they have a spiritual connection with you. The fact that there's loyalty showing up so strongly here and spiritual connection, I feel like this relationship, it has the potential to be a very strong relationship. But you have to work on it. Like you said, your words are stinging. So you have to work on your communication with this person if you want it to work out. Because the communication is key, okay? You have to be patient. There's a verse of scripture that talks about what true love is. Let me see if I can find it right quick. Oh, there's a card on the floor. Death is on the floor in reverse. So we got to see what that means. But I'm going to tell you what. This is the definition of love, so you can kind of see what it takes. And it's not something that's easily attained either. It's 1 Corinthians chapter 13, starting in verse 4. Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. Love does not demand its own way. Love is not irritable, and it keeps no record of when it has been wronged. Love is never glad about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Never gives up, never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures through every circumstance. Love will last forever, but prophecy and speaking in unknown languages and special knowledge disappear. Now we know little, only a little, and even the gift of prophecy reveals little. But when the end comes, these special gifts will all disappear. It's like this. When I was a child, I spoke and thought and reasoned as a child does. But when I grew up, I put away childish things. Now we see things imperfectly as in a poor mirror. But we will see everything with perfect clarity. All that I know now is partial and incomplete, but then I will know everything completely just as God knows me now. There are three things that will endure: faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love. So write that down and remember to look at that from time to time to remind yourself what it is to truly love unconditionally. Okay? But I think that's the guidance in this situation. This person looks like they're working on their money. All right, let's see what's going on. Why is something not... There's something that just will not change. There's a very stubborn energy to your situation. And I'm going to look at that and then I'm going to move on to the next person. All right. What's going on with death here, may I see? It's about relationships. And okay, I'm going to tell you what it says. Business partners, office love affairs, and communication with coworkers are highlighted now. Make choices with extreme care. There's something going on that won't change, and it has to do with this relationship and some drama. Beware of troublemakers in the workplace. The job you want may have too much upheaval to bear. Keep emotions and gossip in check. There's something going on at work. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say that, okay? And it's not changing. That's not changing. Show me what's going on at work, Spirit. May I see what's going on at work? What's going on at work? This person feels, that's why they feel trapped. Remember, they felt trapped? It has to do with work. Clarify what this is. That Three of Pentacles, that dark shit they're coming out of, and somebody being, it's like they're cold and having a hard time letting go of something at work. Show me exactly what they're hanging on to at work. That's the nightmare that won't end. It's something going on at work. Just know that there's something going on at work, and it's not showing up as a person, okay? That's the mirroring also. Remember the mirroring? Spirit is going to have to speak to your intuition about what I'm saying. I can't say it any clearer, and that's what it said in Scripture. We see poorly, as in like a dark mirror. We don't see things clearly. Even prophecy can't see things as clear as God can see them. But I think I gave you enough information that hopefully you can get what you need, okay? Okay. All right, Sharisha, let me see if I have a question up here for you. Thank you, Esfanja. Thank you for letting me read for you, baby. I appreciate you so much. And thank you for your subscription, okay? Yeah, he's addicted to money. I saw that he was. Okay. Please tell me my crush. Thank you. Okay. Sharisha? Shritha. I think I'm saying it wrong. Shritha. Please tell me my crush. Oh, we're back to Samir. Okay, we're going to look at Samir today. Please tell me, will Samir talk to me? He ghosted you 5 months ago, telling you that he has a girlfriend. You're feeling a soul connection. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to try to pronounce your name. Shritha. You're very in love, I can see, with Samir. What's going on with Samir today, Spirit? We've been looking at Samir for a while now, and it hasn't changed much, but it will. Show me what's going on with Samir. Eventually it will. Not that, okay, there's that lust again. Remember we talked about the lust before with him? He's got that lust going on. Second chance one day, someday, another time. So you might get a second chance one day with him. How does he feel about this connection, Spirit? How does Samir feel? One day, another time, and like you're clinging. He feels like you're clinging. Let me say this. If it is a spiritual connection, the harder you cling and the more you chase, the more he's going to run, because you're mirroring each other, okay? So the best thing to do in a situation where you get obsessed like that, no offense because I've been there, is to break it. You have to break that cycle. You have to close that cycle out, and you have to move on with your life, because when you do that, guess what happens? They do the same thing. And see, right now you're kind of stuck, where you're at, not breaking the cycle. Session with him and move on with your life. Boom. him. But right now, both of you are stuck in runner chaser mode. All right, show me how he feels about this connection. Like one day, someday, another time, that this could be a very deep connection. So I think that he does also sense that there's something very special here. Show me how he feels about this connection, Spirit. There's the one day, someday, another time. Ah, okay. It's the time card. Spirit is saying, Shritha, use your intuition. Use your inner knowing when it comes to time, okay? You have inner knowing, telepathy, and intuition. And it's about you having to wait. The cycles. Remember I just talked about the cycles? Use your intuition about time and what it's time for, okay? It's time for something. That's how he feels. What's the time? May we see, please? There's needing to be an apology. It's time for an apology. I think we've seen this before. And somebody is avoiding it, it looks like. They're avoiding apologizing. It's time for an apology. What is this person likely to do when it comes to this connection in the next week? May I see, please? It's not only you. Somebody is fixated, attached. Only you came out in reverse. So, I mean, not only you. They're going to have an epiphany about something that they need to confess. And it has to do with an apology, I think. And chasing. Maybe you need to apologize to them for chasing them. Because that can be, you know, I know, I've been there and done that. But like I said, if it is a spiritual connection, which it's not coming out that way yet, I want to see what this confession's all about. Show me what the confession's about, Spirit. What is the confession about? The Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords. So it has to do with something tangible that you can pass back and forth. It could be text messages that is keeping this person up at night because of getting text messages. Having success, being high profile and having a lot of pride in yourself for your accomplishments and wanting others to acknowledge you. When it's a codependent, like very strong vibe here. What's the confession, Spirit? May I see, please? What does this person want to say? They're having an epiphany. The Three of Cups is here. Friendship. This is about friendship, having a celebration or a party. So they're having an epiphany when it comes to something they haven't told you about a party. Clarify the party and what they haven't told you. Victory, success. There's a Sagittarius vibe here and a Pisces, I think, Scorpio, Cancer. What is going on here? What is going on here? This person is a Capricorn, it looks like. Somebody here is a Capricorn. And what they're realizing is that they did not tell you something about a party or partying or friendship. And that they recognize somebody is a King of Pentacles here. And they have a very strong desire for this reunion. What are they going to do about it? They're not looking for a way to move forward right now. Why not? Because they're not taking they're taking things like they're out of it looks like work right now. They're showing up as a King of Pentacles, or maybe they're just taking. Why are they taking this so slow? It looks like they are realizing something about a party or something. Because what a catch. Somehow or another, somebody is realizing what a catch somebody is and taming their hunger. Leo's here also. There's a Sagittarius here. There's a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. it's like they're not, oh, there's a tower coming. Okay. It's coming out in reverse, but there's about to be a tower moment where this person realizes they might see you somewhere, or somehow there's friendship involved, and being successful. It's like, I just want to party and be successful. I just want to be a king of pentacles, and I have a strong desire for reunion here. But I'm not looking for a way to accomplish that. However, there will be a tower moment where somebody will realize what a catch somebody is, and overcome whatever weakness is causing them to be stuck like this. There's been an injustice, which is why there's a need for apology. Clarify the apology. What do they need to apologize for? The Knight of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the King of Swords. So this, and they all came out in reverse. This person, I think, when they ghosted you, is what they need to apologize for. It's like they came in, had sex with you, and left without any explanation. That's what I feel. And that you've been chasing them ever since. But it does look like they're going to realize eventually. Now, how long it's going to take, I can't tell you. It's not showing up as a twin flame or even a spiritual connection right now. It's just showing up as a relationship. Let me see if I can get something about the confession. And if we get more people, I might have to shorten these readings up a little bit, because I'm giving you like a full. All right, what was I saying? Spirit, help me. I feel that this person is just not ready to be with you. They may eventually see what a catch you are, but right now they're not seeing it, and they're not even looking for it. And I think Spirit is saying to you that it's time for you to move on. I was going to look at what they were, the confession. Alright, Spirit, what's this confession? What's the confession, may I see, please? Oh, you are the one and only one, and I've been in my head about you constantly. So much has happened between us in the past. Can we work through it again? So they, like I said, eventually this is what's going to happen. But how quick it's going to happen, I don't know. The best way to get to this place, though, is to move on. You can't get anywhere until you move out of this place where you're stuck. What do they need to do? All right, let's see what we need to do here to move on. That's the best, I think, way to help you. Because he's going to stay stuck as long as you stay stuck. If it is a spiritual connection. It's not showing up as one, though. But that doesn't mean it's not an important relationship or a special relationship. What's the guidance here for whatever? Whatever. I'm not taking that many. It's a lot to read. One, please. One, if I may. One that'll give the right guidance here. If you give them to me again, I'll take them. I see you're trying to keep them together. There we go. They gave me the same ones. Gosh. Alright, just bear with me. This is what she needs, okay? Oh, what a beautiful card. Being teachable, being inspired, and resonating, and having compassion. Okay? Let's see what Spirit is saying to this person. Number 28. I have 28, 33, 61, and 27. Alright, hollow bone. Teachability, humility, being empty so that the wind of spirit can breathe through you. The hollow wing bone of an eagle is a flute for the shamans. The appearance of the hollow bone invites you to become empty of your notions of who you are, to check your ego at the door, and to know that this is not about you. Relinquish your need to be right and to express an opinion, as this will not change anything. To practice humility. Hollow yourself and he play you like a flute. You will learn the language of the squall and the storm and understand the message in the summer breeze. There is an important communication waiting for you. Humility is the swiftest path for you to become like hollow bone. Drop all notions and titles that bolster your ego. Eliminate the door and allow things to happen at their own accord. Remember that you can accomplish most anything if you are willing to let someone else take credit for it. Hollowbone has come to caution you to believe only 50% of what others think and only 10% of what you think. Trust your experience, not what you have read in sacred books or holy texts. This will allow you to turn apparent danger into opportunity. Remember that you are an insignificant grain of sand in the grand scheme of life and as important as the brightest sun. All right, number 33. Joyful Muse, and we've been getting this quite a bit in this collective. The Joyful Muse invites you to be more playful, to have more mirth and joy in your life. You have become boring to yourself even as others continue to find you interesting. Circumstances have dulled your edge and it's time to change. Not the things around you, but your attitude. Blow a morning kiss to yourself in the mirror. Smile to a stranger. Wink to a child. Be mildly but elegantly inappropriate. The joyful muse is a source of inspiration, a wild and disruptive feminine force that compels you to invite more pleasure and delight into your life. Give yourself permission to be mischievous and find the humor in the tragedy while careful not to become frivolous. The power of the muse will shake up rather everyone around you and invite you to create beauty and grace out of the pain and tragedy that you perceive in areas of your life. The joyful muse often comes at a time when darkness prevails and the future seems dour. Embrace her gifts, being playful without being silly. Invite the child inside you to come out for a play date, and he or she will help you to return to your innate innocence. The place of never been there, never done that, even if it's the same routine you wake up to every morning. So it's time to be more playful, to lighten up, to not be so serious about having this relationship. It very, very, very strongly looks like this person is going to come back. But when we push and pursue something so desperately, that's what it makes us look like, is that we're desperate. And you are not desperate. This is saying you are quite a catch. That having this opportunity would be very, it would be an abundant blessing to have you in this person's life. But you have to be sure of that and not beg this person to come back. You understand what I mean? Number 61, Whale Song. We've been getting this one quite a bit also. You're too precious and too beautiful and too special, and you have too much to offer to be fixated on having this one person. Even if this person would be your ideal partner in life, you have to know that you're worth more than to chase a man. You never should chase a man, baby. There's nobody in this world that's worth chasing like that. I know it feels like it right now, but this is where Spirit's trying to help you. You're stuck. And Spirit wants to help you to get unstuck right now. Because this person would say, you're the one and only one. And I've been in my head about you constantly. And so much has happened between us in the past. Can we work through it again? Well, that might be you. But I asked what they would say. That's the confession. This is what they want to confess to you. Is that they want to work through this relationship again. But you got to get out of this place where you feel like um, somehow you're right about this. I'm not sure how to explain it to you, but I have a sense you know, because it said use your intuition about time. Whale song. There are moments in life when you have a sense of deja vu. Remember we had that card, I think? Was that you or somebody else? You visited this place, these feelings, this person before, and you know that a new opportunity to dance has come around again. Yet there is a haunting quality to this, a melancholy, as life's mysterious fragility is also underlined, like a whale song that pleads for its simple notes to be matched by another. You have a short time to capture this essence and let it resonate in a way that it potentially is transformative, but only if you don't turn away. Sometimes you may forget the moments of your humanity, your truest desires, because you've become so earthbound and calculating, striving, and doing. And see, he was showing up as a king of pentacles with the devil card. This is somebody who is really out to get things like possessions, to even have addictions to things, is what it's getting the feel of here. Sometimes you may forget the moments of your humanity, your truest desires, because you've become so earthbound and calculating, striving, and doing. You're so overstimulated by the chase and what you're exposed to that you forget your heart. Now it's time to jump in the water and play. Remember the muse? And be reminded of your creative self, your collaborative impulse to sing along, seeking harmony, beauty, purpose, and meaning. At this moment, that is your exact invitation. You will achieve more than the plans you set in motion if you use this opportunity to explore, be curious, and take a much needed break from what your mind thinks it needs to accomplish. Your heart is calling. Answer it. Your heart is trying to get your attention away from this relationship so that this relationship can move forward, because it has a lot of potential, but it's stuck. All right, number 27, heart home. This is what you don't see coming. Love in its truest form and compassion. When you begin to feel like you do not belong anywhere, it's time to make your way back to your heart home. This is your truest home. You are being called back to the quiet place where your soul resides. Put everything on hold for a short while. You are being offered the experience of love in its purest form, unconditional and unbounded. This is not the love you must work hard to earn or barter for. Drop into your heart space and rest there for a breath or two. Replace the judgment of yourself and others with compassion. Really, it is easy when heart home shows up. There's no need there's no need to forgive anyone for anything. None of it occurred. In spiritual truth, it is only your belief in that story that makes it so powerful. Allow your love to wash clean all those impressions. Empty yourself of all judgment and preconceptions and allow Spirit to fill you with the sweet nectar of peace. When heart home shows up, it is imperative that you heed its call, lest the universe orchestrate a way to bring you back to yourself that is of a harsher nature. The Spirit is saying it's time for you to wake up. It's time to wake up and realize that you are important. You have a purpose in this life. And there's stuff that you're supposed to be doing outside of obsessing and chasing this relationship. And I hope that you'll know that I'm saying this in nothing but love and respect. because I have been here myself and I know how this feels. And I know that there's a certain amount of it that you have no control over. I do. And that's where prayer comes in, meditation, and asking your spirit guides, your angels, and spirit, and just spirit, please, please help me to continue to be obsessed with this person if they're not willing to come towards me, because I am worth so much more than that. I am so much more than that. Show her how she's essential spirit. How abolish Albert Hubbard. Fear not, page 53. Is there something that you've always wanted to do but just can't seem to get done? Maybe you're always too busy, or it just never seems to be the right time. Fear is always happy to hand us a million excuses to keep us from taking a risk and chasing our dreams. You may not even consciously recognize that most of your excuses come from a place of fear, but they do. Fear of failure, embarrassment, or even just putting yourself out there. Fear is so tricky because it disguises itself as countless other things. But when you strip away all the excuses, there is your dream, still waiting for you to become braver than your fears. If your life, it's your life, and you only get one chance to live it. So don't let fear hold you back from making it what you want. So somehow you're letting fear hold you back. It is essential for you right now that you not do that, and that you let this relationship go until this person is ready to come back. And the cards suggest that they will be. They do. They suggest that they will be. I just wanted to make sure that we got you, a clear answer, because you do continue to ask, and I'm happy to continue to look at it as often as you'd like, okay? I just wanted to make sure that you were getting everything that you needed, because I've had that question come up several times. Okay, baby? All right. All right now. Sophie. You're up, Sophie. What's up, Sophie? Can everyone please, if you're willing, make sure you're subscribed to the channel? Please. That helps me so much. Hey, Sophie. You got a question? And thank you for being here. It's nice talking with you. The original reading, we had some music that came through. I don't know if we'll get to it or not. I would like to, because Spirit gave me the message. But pretty much it was saying that there were clouds. While we're waiting for Sophie, let me tell you what the music was for the original reading, because I am going to try to get it done. We might cut the questions off at a certain time. The first song that I got was Before I Forget. Interestingly, the music is very, very, it's going along with the readings I've done so far. Before I Forget, Slipknot. I forgot to tell you guys that I'm on call for work, so if I get a phone call, I may have to close up shop. But so far, so good. All right, Slipknot, Before I Forget. This is what it says. And I always ask Spirit, what the heck are you talking about? But he or she or whatever explained to me what was going on here the other day. It says, go, stapled shut, inside and outside world, and I'm sealed in tight. Bizarre, but right at home. Claustrophobic, closing in, and I'm claustrophobic. Not again. I'm smeared across the page and doused in gasoline. I wear you like yet I'm the one who's obscene. Catch me upon all your sordid little insurrections. I've got no time to lose. And I'm just caught up in all the cattle. Fray the strings, throw the shapes, hold your breath and listen. I was I am a world before I am a man. I was a creature before I could stand. I will remember before I forget. Before I forget that I am a world before I am a man. I was a creature before I could stand. I will remember before I forget. Before I forget that I'm ripped across the ditch and settled in the dirt, and I wear you like a stitch, yet I'm the one who's hurt. Pay attention to your twisted little indiscretions. I've got no right to win. I'm just caught up in the battles, locked in clutch, pushed in place. Hold your breath and listen. I am a world before I am a man. I was a creature before I could stand. I will remember before I forget. Before I forget that I am a world before I am a man. I was a creature before I could stand. I will remember before I forget. Before I forget. My end, it justifies my means. All I ever do is delay. My every attempt to evade the other road in my head, it justifies my means. All I ever do is delay. My every attempt to evade the end of the road. I am a world before I am a man. I was a creature before I could stand. I will remember before I forget. Before I forget. I am a world before I am a man. I was a creature before I could stand. And it just keeps repeating that, okay? And I said, Spirit, what are they trying to remember before they forget? And this is what I got. Thank you, cover Chris Cornell. This is a Led Zeppelin song, and it was covered by Chris Cornell, who is no longer with us. May he rest in peace. But somehow Chris Cornell or Led Zeppelin could be significant, but this song is what they're going to remember before they forget. It goes like this. And this is where, in the beginning of the reading, if you weren't here, I saw the sun. When I was meditating and getting the music, the sun came out real bright. And then it went back behind the clouds. And I said, somebody is going through something with some clouds, and that sun is going to come through for you. And this is what they're going to remember before they forget. And somehow April 27th of 2011 could be significant. If the sun refused to shine, I would still be loving you. If mountains crumbled to the sea, there would still be you and me. This is what they're going to remember before they forget. Kind woman, I give you my heart. Kind woman, nothing more. Little drops of rain. Remember I told you it was raining this morning and the sun came out? Little drops of rain, whispers of the pain, of tears and love lost in the days gone by. Our love is strong, with you there is no wrong. Together we shall roll until we die. Inspiration is what you are to me. Inspiration, look and see. And so today, my world, it smiles. Your hand in mine, we walk the miles. And thanks to you, it will be done. For you, to me, are the only one. Happiness, no more be sad. Happiness, I am glad. Little drops of rain, whispers of the pain, of tears and love lost in the days gone by. Our love is strong, with you there is no wrong. Together we shall roll until we die, my ride or die. Inspiration is what you are to me. Inspiration, look and see. If the sun refused to shine, I would still be loving you. If mountains crumbled to the sea, there would still be you and me. Thank you. Okay, so they're going to remember this important person in their life. And there's going to be happiness in your relationship with somebody again. I feel that you have had some turmoil in relationship with someone in the past, and that relationship is going to be restored. That's what the song is indicating. That this person right now is remembering. They're having an awakening. They're going to remember before they forget. And it sounds like they're going through an awful lot, or have been through an awful lot from the way they described. And it has the sense also that somebody is blaming that person for things that they're not really at fault for. In the song, Before I Forget. Okay, so anyway, Sophie, what's your question, baby? Will I reconcile with my ex? He ghosted me 3 months ago. First of all, let me say this. Ghosting is the absolute most disrespectful, disgusting thing that you could ever do to somebody. I don't understand it. It's very immature. It's very now, because when I was younger, there was no such thing, because we would roll up on each other. We weren't afraid to go outside and put on clothes and go see somebody. And if you're able to do that, I highly suggest that you get closure if you're able, because people need closure to move on. And that's why we get stuck in these relationships, because we're sitting there wondering, what did we do? And most of the time, the answer is nothing. We did nothing. This person has something else going on, and they weren't honest with you at the beginning when you first met. They kept something from you, and then they just jetted. They probably were just taking a break from another relationship that they had been in long term. I'm just saying. But let's look what's going on here for a second. I have. And it's not a good feeling. It's horrible. Yes, it's horrible. All right, Sophie. So what you're wanting to know is, will I reconcile with my ex-boyfriend? He ghosted me. Well, what I want to know is why he ghosted you. Like, do you mind if I ask that? Is it okay with you, Sophie, if I ask why he ghosted you? Are you curious? Nobody deserves that. Alright, I want to look at it, so I'm going to. Show me what was going on with this person. That's not the right deck. What was going on with this ex-boyfriend of Sophie's that he ghosted her? Reconciling, making a decision. He was making a decision to reconcile. I think he had somebody else. Yeah, a commitment and reconciliation. It looks like he went back to an ex. Show me why he ghosted Sophie. Because he needed healing in another commitment. Or was getting healing in another commitment. Alright. Show me why he ghosted Sophie. May I see, please? Escapism came out. It looks like he was using something to escape. He may have been using you to escape from that relationship that he went back to. So he was doing something or trying not to do something to escape. Alright. Is there any chance he'll come back? Whoa. That's a lot of cards, Spirit. Like, wow. Okay. Incomparable came out in reverse. Having a new love. Having friend support and feeling haunted. Because of differences and being worried. So when I asked would he come back, this is saying he is going to have a new love that can't compare to you. And there's going to be friend support because he's haunted. So it looks like that he may reach out to you and show support or ask you to show him support. But it's only because he feels badly for the way that he left things. But it looks like there's differences somehow and he's worried. And this person is also hard to read. Clarify the differences that he's worried about. Come on, Spirit. Give me good, strong answers. What are the differences? Having flings. So, this person does this. They have flings with people. They are missing you, though. You're a very supportive person to them. Alright, let's see if they're going to come back. Because it looks like they do look at you as somebody who's a friend that supports them. Are they going to come back to Sophie? In the near future, yes. Don't stop. the answer is no on the bottom of the deck in reverse. So it is saying that in the near future, yes. And it looks like they're going to come back. They may be coming back to show you new love because you are incomparable. You're going to be, they're haunted by what they did to you. And they're worried because of the differences when it comes to you. Somebody here doesn't have flings. And they know that about you. They know you're not a one-night stand. So, yeah, I think they are going to come back, Sophie, in the near future. They miss you. That's what I'm getting for you. You're welcome, baby. All right, Cheryl, who's next? Thank you so much if you're joining me. Thank you. I appreciate you all being here. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel. I finally got it up to 7,000 and then I had like 30 subscribers drop off. It's probably just robots that had been added. But if you'll subscribe, it will help me to grow, and thank you. Okay, Fleur, what's up, baby? Can you repeat your question for me, please? Hi. Hi, Fleur. Glad you're back. Good to see you again, or speak to you again. All right, let's see what we got here. My ex, Daniel, ghosted me. Today's like the ghosting day, isn't it? 2 months ago. How does he feel about it? And what action will he take? Okay, so Daniel ghosted you. Daniel, you suck for doing that. Let's see how he feels about doing that to you. How does Daniel feel about ghosting Fleur? Like there's something he didn't want to tell you and that it was deep. Pardon the interruption. I forgot to set do not disturb. How does he feel about ghosting her? May I see, please? How does Daniel feel about ghosting Fleur? Like there's something he didn't want to tell you, so he rejected you. Or about rejecting you. May not have wanted to tell you. And that's the thing, is they just don't want to say, I don't want to be with you anymore. But the mature thing to do is to say, hey, you know, that's what we had to do in my day, is we had to get the courage up. We had to muster up the courage to say, my feelings for you are changing, and I'm sorry, but I just don't want to move forward with this relationship. And see, nowadays, people have the option to just disappear. We didn't have that option. That was somehow not even a thought in our minds. And so there's this whole generation of people out there who aren't learning how to have the courage to say something face to face that's hard to say. And that's an important skill to have. So please, don't ghost somebody. Have the courage, have the balls, I'm just going to be real with you, to say, I don't want to be with you anymore. I don't have feelings for you anymore. My feelings for you are changing. And if your feelings are that, you know, when I first met you, I had somebody else that I had just broke it off with, and I'm really trying to reconnect with them. People can deal with the truth better than they can just being left not knowing. See how he feels about this. Tell me how he feels about what he did here with this ghosting. He feels like that things were drifting, disconnecting, and detaching. All right, why is drifting in reverse? Because he's realizing there's a lot of chemistry here. It looks like to me that y'all drifted apart. Like maybe you had already, maybe not, but this has the sense that he feels like that you guys were slowly drifting apart, and that this was all about chemistry. Clarify the chemistry. Somebody was shallow. Why is shallow in reverse? Because somebody is beautiful. It's like this is a friend that is beautiful. This person is realizing that you are a beautiful person, and it's a fantasy. This friendship is a fantasy. Somebody, he's having a realization that there's a lot of chemistry here, and they need to stop being so shallow because you're beautiful. And this was a fantasy, but you were very good friends with him. And there's no, why do they not have any, there's like they have no feelings. Why don't they have any emotions? Because of consequences. And what were the consequences? Oh, wow. Running into dark influences and time. The consequences were time somehow. Dark influences and running. And you were beautiful. This was a fantasy, and you were a very good friend of this person. And they had no feelings for you. And then there were consequences of time, influences, and running. And then coming out of heart fog. So that's this epiphany feel. That's how they feel about the separation when they ghosted you. All right, what was the second part? I think I asked something different than what you wanted me to ask. Let me go back up. Your ex ghosted you. Does he feel about it? And what action will he take towards you? Let's see. We're going to look at Tarot with that. What action will he take towards her in the near future? Wow. Came out. Clarify the Ten of Cups. That can be the end, or it can be there's a tower coming. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and we have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. What's the tower moment? Remember, I said epiphany. He's going to have an epiphany. I think this person is going to realize, like, this is the theme today. They ghosted you, but they're going to realize what a catch you are. The moon came out with the Three of Wands. Sorry. The Two of Wands. Not making any plans. Somebody is going to realize that they don't really know, and that there was some stuff they couldn't see about making plans. Well, what are they going to do about it once they realize this? There's a tower moment coming. It's coming slowly. They're going to awaken. Okay, see this from a different perspective, and they haven't learned their lesson. What have they not learned their lesson about? This person's having a moment of clarity. Temperance, children, and the Six of Pentacles. So it's like, I don't want to have any children. Somehow being impatient when it comes to children, and having a generous and fair and balanced relationship. That's the lessons. It has something to do with not having children or having children, and being fair, generous, and balanced. That's what they're going to see. They're going to get a new perspective on this relationship is what they're going to do. And it's coming through that moon energy. And that's why that song, Thank You, by Chris Cornell or Led Zeppelin, it's like they're in this place of darkness, of uncertainty, of they're in their feelings about how they did this. What might be the outcome in the next week? What might wish fulfillment came out? Outcome in the next week. Okay. I feel that this person may have some kind of drug problem or alcohol or work. Somehow I feel that this person is escaping. They could have something legal going on that's causing a lot of options and confusion right now. Or just something that's an injustice. Somehow there's an injustice here that's going to need to be sorted through. And there's going to have to be some decisions made. And it has to do with the truth, the Ace of Swords. So we have Justice, which is the Libra vibe. We have the Seven of Cups. The moon is working in this person's life and causing like chaos. A lot of things have to be decided. And somehow there's needing to know the truth. This is definitely something that could be legal because we have Judgment over here with the truth. It's like they have something legal going on this week. Clarify the outcome of the truth. Oh, somebody's going to get ripped apart. Why are they going to get ripped apart? Because of wish fulfillment. That wish fulfillment was determined to come out. Clarify the wish fulfillment. Somebody's going to get wish fulfillment, but somebody's going to get hurt. Somebody's coming out of some dark stuff that was deceptive. They're coming out of a dark time. Maybe they're going to realize that they hurt you and come back. Anything else that we need to know here? There's something going on here with justice and judgment. This is undecided right now. There's too many variables. That Seven of Cups. This person right now they're not sure what they want to do. Somehow there's going to be some deception about wish fulfillment and somebody's going to get hurt. So I want you to be careful with this person. They might try to trick you. They might have something legal going on also. Alright. I don't know what else to say about that. Is there anything else that we can give her? What's the healing that you need her to... Oh, Spirit says, I want you to say what you mean. Say what you mean. So, if you talk to this person, you need to say what you mean. Or if you even want to just get closure and have an opportunity to talk to them. Because you deserve that. They should give you that opportunity. You have help from above with doing this also. Okay? Alright, I hope that gave you enough to know what's going on. Because I don't know every little thing, but I know what these cards were saying. And they had something that looked like legal going on. Alright, Cheryl, let's see. There we go. Alrighty. Nishi. Okay, Nishi, thank you, baby. Welcome, welcome. I don't know if I've had you here before, but if not, welcome to the channel. If so, welcome back. Angel guidance for life in general currently. Spirit, how would you like to give Nishi angel guidance? Well, we have angel cards. Let's see what the angels have to say. We have angel wisdom tarot. We'll use some angel stuff. Show Nishi what they need to know about life in general. Anything you want to say, Spirit? There's going to be a peaceful resolution to something, Nishi. Whatever's needing to be resolved, it's going to be peacefully resolved. Stop getting information. Stop trying to find more information or something like that. Maybe you've been trying to get to the truth about a situation and they're saying it's okay, it's going to be resolved. Alright, how else do you want to help this person? Alright, show me how you're working in this person's life, Spirit. They're working and giving you blessings when it comes to love. Blessings and love. With your faith on the bottom of the deck. So they're working on giving you blessings and love and working in your faith. Alright, Spirit. What are the blessings that are coming towards Nishi? May we see, please? Oh! You're cutting ties. Remember I said there was going to be a peaceful resolution? Somehow you're going to cut ties in your life. You may need to leave your current position and look for something better. Ending a job or a relationship doesn't mean burning bridges. Go with grace. So somehow you're going to cut ties. That's the blessing. And you're going to do spiritual work. Doing some inner work can help you get clear before you move on. You will get insights into what works best to serve your needs. Alright, now let's look at one more thing for you. And then we're going to move on to the next person. Spirit, may we have some guidance for Nishi, please? What guidance would you give us for Nishi? May I see, please? Guidance. One card, if I may, for Nishi. What would you say? Here we go. Oh. Oh. Okay. I've never had this card before. This is beautiful. Nishi Spirit says there's going to be a contract, and you have number 25, Garden of Venus. You're going to have a sacred contract or a covenant. This is what it says, Nishi. You are being invited now by the universe to enter into a sacred contract. The covenant card may also be a call to recognize that an ancient agreement that you made with Spirit needs to be renewed or canceled and torn up. It is an opportunity showing up right now that is full of promise, but you are unable to sign and seal the deal and commit to it. The reason is that it needs to be evaluated to a sacred covenant. A covenant must be found on the truth, not your truth or his truth or her truth, but a greater truth. Truth that takes the destiny of all into account. The covenant is not about your agenda only. Spirit must be invited to come to the table as guarantor of the good faith of all to ensure that the direction you are embarking in will be for the greater good. It's important that you understand what you are signing up for. Be sure to read the fine print so as not to commit to something you will soon regret or that will compromise your integrity. Do not hesitate to put all your own cards on the table so that your motives and desires are transparent and nothing is left in darkness. When shadow elements remain hidden, the covenant breaks down and becomes a contract with an unspoken dark side that is inevitably fulfilled. And then you have Garden of Venus number 25. So it looks like you're headed in the right direction. This is what you don't see coming. When the Garden of Venus appears, you are invited, actually summoned, to return to the pleasure garden of love. It is a time to leave the field of battle. Put your sword away. There is nothing you need to defend anymore. Step through the gate into the garden of earthly delights. Bask in the joy of the wish-fulfilling trees and the scent of the healing flowers. You have returned home. You are weary, and it's time to rest deeply and be renewed. Go deep into this sacred garden alone. There is no need for another to be present to experience its pleasures. Really stop looking for the other. Enter by yourself. Allow your senses to intoxicate you. Leave all thought behind. Lose your analytical mind and return to your body. In the Garden of Venus, there is a still pond that shows you your reflection when you stoop down to drink. Who is that staring back at you? Look at who you have become. Rinse your face with these healing waters and practice deep acceptance. Love who you have turned into with all your imperfections and blemishes. The goddess Venus holds a mirror that allows you to see yourself in all your flawed beauty. Do not become caught into its spell. After a quick glance, take the mirror with you and return to the battlefield that you may reveal to others who they are becoming. Then you will no longer have a use for your sword. I'm not going to put anything else with that because I feel like that was beautiful and that you understand everything that was just said. I think that was beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. There's something going on in your life that only you know, and it's making you feel like you're having to have a peaceful resolution, Spirit says. You're going to have a peaceful resolution. Go to the garden alone and heal. And then go back so people can see who you are and they can see who they are by looking into your reflection. And you'll be able to put down your sword. Thank you, Nishi. Thank you for giving me that and letting me know that I was giving you the right answers. You're very welcome. Thank you to her angels and spirit guides who are helping. Because all I do is shuffle. They do everything here. I do nothing. I just sit here and obey spirit. Hopefully. Hopefully, yes. Thank you, Nishi. Patsy is next. Hey, Patsy. Thank you, Nishi. She is wonderful, isn't she? Okay, Patsy, welcome to the channel. While you're getting your question ready, I think I'm gonna pull some cards on the daily message because I don't know what time it is, but I've been on here about an hour and 20 minutes. Hey, Patsy, wonderful, so glad to have you. You want to know what's coming towards you from now through June, okay? Let's see what Spirit says. Let's look at the tarot for you. Spirit, what's coming through for Patsy from now through the end of June 2024? May we see, please? What is the universe up to when it comes to Patsy? Welcome, Patsy. I hope you'll subscribe and you'll stick around. I used to do videos, but Spirit has me doing lives now. Oh, wow. Okay. So, you're showing up as a Gemini, Capricorn, and Leo right now. Those could be transits or placements of people or yourself. The Magician, the Devil, and the Sun. My only concern is that the Devil's in reverse here. So there's a toxicity that is, it looks like you're manifesting it away from you. Like you're getting this away from you so that you can thrive. There's an Empress in reverse, soul searching about ending something. Feel like you don't have the strength. It looks like to me that you're going to have some toxicity come through in the next month that you're going to deal with. But you're going to deal with it beautifully, I think, because it's going to bring happiness to your life. It could be another woman that you're dealing with. Not sure. It could be an older woman. There could be an older woman that's giving you a hard time or something. I'm not sure yet. Let's see what's going on here. Spirit, show me what's going on here. Why is the Magician here for Patsy? May I see, please? Because of the moon and the star. Now, this is a deck of regular tarot. These are all major tarots. There's no minor tarot in those. So we expect to see major stuff. But when major stuff is clarified by major stuff, especially if it clarifies itself, which hasn't happened so far, but it's still powerful. Spirit's working in major ways in your life. It looks like to me you have some planetary alignments when it comes to the moon and one of the planets, the stars here, Aquarius. It could be a Cancer and an Aquarius placement. But what you're manifesting is hope in a moon energy. That's beautiful. And we see it's toxic over here. Alright, why is the Devil in reverse? Because you're going to get victory over this. Even maybe recognized publicly for coming over this. This is the Six of Wands. This is having your victory march. Like, this is somebody who is going through town after winning a battle. And everyone is clapping and cheering. They're getting publicly recognized for some kind of success that they've overcome. And in your case, it's this devil, this negativity. There's a devil energy. It could be codependency. It could be addiction. It could just be negativity. Okay, but you're going to overcome that in the next month and come out of a time of darkness and uncertainty. And you're manifesting this, which tells me that you have a very healthy spiritual life. You're balanced in areas of your life. I think this toxicity is not something that you maybe brought on. It could be, and you could just be working really hard on overcoming this. But you're going to overcome. If you have to get the Devil in reverse, the Six of Wands is the best card to pair with that. Other than the Sun, which you have over here. Alright, why is the Sun here for Patsy? Patsy, woo, that came out with force. Okay, Patsy, you've been in a situation. Then we have Temperance on the bottom of the deck. You have beautiful energy, Patsy. Beautiful energy. You're going to come out of a place where you maybe have been struggling financially. You may have had to ask for some help from somebody recently, or they may have been asking. Somebody could have been coming to you for help. Or you may. That's what you're going to be happy about, is you're going to no longer need somebody else's help. You're not going to have to go and ask for help anymore. And then you're going to have temperance. Temperance. So you're overcoming some kind of negativity in your life. You're going to get recognized, or you're going to recognize this yourself, that you're going to overcome this. And it's you coming out of a place where you may have been a little depressed, or your money was funny, or something was causing you to feel like you had to go to somebody for help, or they were coming to you for help. And you're going to be happy because things are going to even out again. Temperance is that energy where all is well again. All is well that ends well. All is well that ends well. So it looks like you're going to have a very good month, Patsy. What kind of guidance do you want to give Patsy? How are you essential, Patsy? Spirit wants you to know how you're essential. Show Patsy how she's essential. May we see, please, Spirit. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. And you remember I said you're coming out of this place. This is the same thing that God was doing with the Israelites. When he told them this, they were coming out of 400 years of captivity. So this is a big thing for you to come out of this place. His plans are better, page 87. Sometimes we face things that seem far too big to overcome, but we were never meant to face them alone. God walks beside us every step of the way. Despite having seen the miraculous ways that God works in the world, we have a tendency to think of God as if he were one of us with our limitations and incomplete knowledge. But God is so much bigger than we can even fathom. He sees the complete picture while we see only fragments. He makes impossible things possible. He is more than big enough to face our biggest challenges and obstacles. All we have to do is ask. God has big plans for you, Patsy, and his plans are always good ones, far better than anything you can imagine for yourself. So as you face down the tough stuff, ask for God's help, and then hold tightly both to him and his promises that good things are coming for you. And I see that they definitely are, Patsy. Okay? All right. I hope you enjoyed the reading and that you'll stick around. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. All right. No more questions. Okay. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and do the daily reading. If anybody wants to stick around for that, I'm going to do that. I know some of you may be new here. I usually do a daily reading every day, but I've had to cut back to once a week for various reasons, and I've had to start doing my readings live. So finish up the reading. The songs that came through for the reading were Before I Forget, and I said, what are they forgetting? What do they want to remember before they forget? And it said, thank you. And it basically is like, this is someone in your life who maybe ghosted you at one time, and now they're back, and the two of you are very good friends, if not romantically involved. That's the feel that this has. It could be someone in your family, it could be a friend, anybody in your life that's important to you, okay? So let's just see how Spirit is working. I'm here to use the red deck, so I am going to use that. I'm going to try to shuffle it a little. These cards have been burned. They've been wet. All right, Spirit, what message do you have for this collective? If you haven't heard those songs, it's Thank You by Led Zeppelin and Before I Forget by Slipknot. You can go and read the lyrics. The lyrics shape the reading. All right, how are you working in Before I Forget's life? This is two people. They don't have to be romantic. How are you working Before I Forget? Oh no, Spirit said this is Thank You. How are you working in Thank You's life? Black deck, okay. Here we go. Okay. Thank you. You're manifesting a new beginning that you desperately want, and to see this from a different perspective. So you're going to see a new beginning that you desperately want from a different perspective. All right, how about Before I Forget? You're giving this person a lot of strength. And they're about to have a tower. They're going to have a tower moment, this person here, before I forget. And the tower, I think, is that they're going to remember before they forget. They're going to remember before they forget how thankful they are for this relationship and how the two of you have such a strong connection to one another. Alright, Spirit, what else do we want to do here for this situation? I want to see how this happened. I'm so nosy. Alright, show us how this happened between these two people. Something happened here. They're still waiting. So somehow this person is still waiting. That's how this happened. They were still waiting for something. Do it. Do the things they asked you to do forever ago. They're still waiting. Alright, what was being hidden or what is being hidden? Dang, that's a lot of cards. What's being hidden is that it's not that serious. You're hot, smart, and you have a great ass. People are messy and bare your fucking soul. So secretly, somebody wants to bare their soul, and they feel like somebody here is messy. It's not that serious, but damn, you're hot, smart, and have a great ass. What's being shown? That you care too much. You're giving too many fucks to give zero. So what's going to happen next? Somebody's going to forgive. Not for you. Don't do that for them. Do it for you. Why did I say not for you? And they're going to also unplug. And fucking say it. Resentment kills the magic. So there is a sense that you may have had a falling out with somebody and they're still waiting for you to forgive them. You're holding a resentment, it looks like. Somebody here is holding a resentment. Secretly, it's really not that serious. Whatever happened here was not that serious. But damn, you're hot. You're messy when you bare your soul. Secretly, you want to bare your soul. Okay, let's see what they want to say. This person wants to say things, to bare their soul, and they just won't. People like that. What do they want to say, Spirit? What do they want to say to bare their soul? They want to say, please accept my apology so we can move past this. That's where the forgiveness, they want to apologize. I'm staying away from you because the last thing I want to do is hurt you. And I have a hard time trusting anyone. I'm doing just fine on my own. So they have trust issues. They want to apologize to you. And they just want you to know that they're staying away because they don't want to hurt you. Something that they've done would hurt you. And they have trust issues. What would the other person say in case we have somebody else watching? This isn't about you. I'm working through a personal issue. So they would say, this isn't even about you. I'm going through something else. What would you say to that? Oh, we have a lot to say to that. You would say, my life is falling apart and I'm struggling. I have so much going on in my life and I'm struggling to juggle it all at once. I feel like I can't get through to you. Please let me in. And the feelings I have for you overwhelm me, so I'll run away to process them. So this person has a lot of feelings for you, and they have, and respect. You deserve the best, and I respect you. I want to do the right thing. What would the right thing be? Oh, wow. I'm going to come sweep you away. I won't stay for very long. I'm sorry for ghosting you. And we're so different. I'm trying to figure out how this is going to work. So they're going to come get you and take you somewhere. But they ghosted you. Maybe they said they were going to come get you and they never showed up. And it's because they felt like y'all were so different and they didn't know how this could work. Something's going on here with that. And then on the bottom of the deck we have, I'm not sure if this is a good idea. I'm overthinking everything. What will everyone else think? So they worry more about what other people think than actual feelings that they have for you. And that's a huge red flag for me, baby. Huge red flag. Alright, show me a little bit more, Spirit, about how did this happen? May I see, please? How did this ooh, that came out with force. Don't lose hope. Remember, they're still waiting, and don't lose hope. Alright, what's being hidden? Trust your intuition. Somebody can't move on. And what's being shown? That they have regret for whatever happened here. And what's going to happen next? Hold up. Did you see that? Trust the plan. Somebody's going to act clueless because they're not going to change. And they're pushing somebody's buttons. Whoa. So trust the plan. They're acting clueless and like they're not going to change, but something's pushing their buttons. What's pushing their buttons? That they're not for you. So you're acting like the person's not for you, and that's pushing their buttons. What is going to happen here? Ultimately, okay, there's going to be gossip. So something happened here that's gossips. People are talking about it. But it's not even gossip that people... It may be old gossip. What's the gossip that nobody... It's like gossip in reverse. It could be past. The sugar and the salt both look the same, and they're coming in after you. What's the gossip? Show me how this happened. Somebody was like they were a gamer, or they were a player. They might drink beer in a bottle. They might like to watch sports on TV or play video games, or they might just be a player. Show me how this happens when it comes to the gossip. Somebody was venting and talking about your issues to other people and saying the sugar and the salt look the same. And somebody was saying that you're not what you appear to be. How did this happen? Somebody was fighting for what they loved, and when it came to you don't appear sugar and salt. Somebody was taking up for you. Alright, show me how this happened. They were falling apart. They're trying not to lose hope. They're still waiting, but they're falling apart. Falling into pieces and all torn up. Why were they falling apart? Because they were brainstorming and figuring stuff out. What were they figuring out? That they had fake friends, or that they were fake friends. Alright, what's being hidden? That somebody's a hater. And this is somebody that's somebody's ex. It was a love story at one time. So secretly, somebody's ex hates you. Trust your intuition. They can't move on. And what's being shown? That they're jealous of you. And what's going to happen next? You need to be cautious because of divorce. Be careful. Somebody's going to get divorced. They're going to have a breakup. Or the ending of a contract. Why do we need to be careful about the divorce? Because somebody's a copycat, and they're going to defend themselves, stand their ground, and be ready for battle. Outcome of them standing their ground. They're going to get kicked to the curb because they're talking about you to other people. So that's going to be that's going to destroy this person. But they're going to talk about you and get kicked to the curb. They're defending. This is like somebody defending you. It's like they're going to end up divorced because they're defending you. What did you do? Use your intuition. You're not using your intuition about somebody not wanting to hear it, so they ran away. Alright? What did they not want to hear? What did they not want to hear? They did not want to hear that they needed to protect themselves and keep themselves safe. That somebody was going to the gym and that the police were involved. And that it was a nightmare. Well, what do they want to hear? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What they want to hear is that you got caught cheating and you need anger management. And this has been a nightmare. Anything else that we need to know? Somebody's going to be betrayed. There's a pregnancy test somehow involved. And somebody is total drama in action. And they're not trash. Wow. Okay. Show me what's going to be the outcome here ultimately. Somebody's going to be closed off, guarded, and resistant. To what or whom? This dark shit that's been going on. They're going to finally close themselves off from this darkness. Alright, what's going on secretly here? Somebody's romanticizing. Why are they romanticizing? Because they're talking about what it would be like to be in their life purpose. Alright, what's being shown? That's what's happening in secret. They want to be in their life purpose. They're showing that they have lack and doubt. What's the truth? What's the truth about lack and doubt? That they have love for somebody, mad love for somebody, and they want to change and get a structure and a solid foundation. Clarify the Ace of Cups. They could be pregnant too. It's a reunion you've had with a soul tie. What's being shown is that somebody's in love with a reunion that they've had with a soul tie, and they want to change and get a solid foundation. So what's going to be the outcome here? They're going to make a Venus offer. There's going to be disharmony, conflicts, and triggers. They're not going to have any more pride and ego. And they're going to end their marriage because they have more self-worth. What did this person they're married to do? They just made a decision that they wanted to be free from them. They were very controlling. They were with somebody who was very controlling, and they just decided they don't want to be tied down anymore. They're going to make an offer to somebody they've had a reunion with, and they're a soul tie. Anything else we need to know here? You have assistance from your spirit guides when it comes to your reflection and projection. What's the reflection? You've been in separation. You're both longing, and there's separation here. Alright, what do we need to know out of here, Spirit? May I see, please? Somebody's going to retreat. Time alone in nature is going to help you recharge. What else? This is protected, and somebody's awakening. What are they awakening to? The forgiveness, the apology, and the new love. Outcome of the new love. Stability. But somebody's going to interfere. What are you telling us interference for? Because it has to do with your money. Somebody's going to try to interfere with your money. Outcome of trying to do that. You're going to have boundaries, have acceptance, and be patient. Because it's not going to, you're not going to let this person have anything to do with your money. Alright, so what is going on with the collective's money, Spirit? Because I'm eager to find out myself. What is going on with, before I forget's money? May I see, please? What's going on with them? Retail. They might buy or sell things on the internet. It looks like retail somehow is significant. That's what's going on before I forget. Alright, what about thank you over here? What's going on with their money? They had a loss, okay? Why are you telling us this? Because they need to be careful when it comes to going to the next level. Clarify what you mean. Everything's coming out in reverse for this person. Why are you telling them to be careful? It's about your stability. Your stability is upright. You're going slow, and somebody's growing up. Alright, you're going to have a new beginning. What is it going to take to have stability for this person? You're not happy with the way things are designed. So what should they do instead? You're not letting... You need new gifts to be activated. Outcome of having new gifts activated. Somebody is not motivated, but they're manifesting somebody to not be a rebel anymore. That they've lost their patience with. Why is retail over here for before I forget? What else is going on with their money? Their health is a factor. Somebody's left them a legacy. They're a phoenix rising, and it's divine time for this. But for some reason, their legacy and phoenix rising are in reverse. Why are they in reverse? Because they have to take a risk on somebody beautiful. And what's going to be the outcome of the beauty and taking a risk? Somehow beauty and a risk. A partnership and somebody who's a crafter. Why are you telling us craft or partnership? You're going to be crafting something. Because you're exploring a business opportunity. You've had setbacks. You don't want to be alone, or somebody doesn't. And somebody won't tell you something. They're unreliable when it comes to something that they need to say to you. And they're in your soul tribe also. What is it that they're not saying? May we see, please? I act like I don't care, but I do. They told me you were full of it. I can see myself marrying you one day. And you're a fucking asshole. And I can't stop thinking of you is this love. What would you say back in case we have a cross watcher? I'm reading our text, wanting to text you, but I don't want to look pressed. And did you block me? What would you say to that? You would say, I can't stand you. You drive me crazy. What the fuck did I get myself into? Where have you been my whole life? And why don't you ever respond to my text in a reasonable time? So there's a communication breakdown here, and I will never forgive you. You're so messy. Both of you are being stubborn about the communication. And like I said at the beginning, it's time to be mature with our communication. Don't let technology cause you to be in. Help me, Spirit, to be nice. Immature. Don't let technology cause you to be immature. Grow up, okay? Grow up. If you're allowing it to do that, grow up. It's time to grow up. Alright, let's get some guidance here. How are we essential in this collective spirit? How are we essential? May I see, please? Dang, that's a lot. Whoo! A nation of volunteers. The nation will remain the land of the free only so long as it is the home of the brave. Elmer Davis. For so many of us, the coronavirus pandemic was the first time we had been asked as a nation to make a collective sacrifice for the greater good. But it certainly wasn't the first time in our history. During World War II, more than 6 million citizens volunteered for military service. Millions of women bravely took up the jobs their husbands had left behind in factories to produce tanks, torpedoes, and other weapons. Miss Mary, the lady I live with, is 105, and she worked as a secretary during this time, traveling all over the United States. In addition, rations imposed on meat, sugar, and medicines meant that every American personally sacrificed. Women and children grew victory gardens and bought war bonds. Our country came together to defeat a horrible evil, and all of those sacrifices added up. The contributions Americans made turned the tide of the war leading to victory. Turn the tide of the war. Of course, that is only one example of many. Americans have always been willing to, but be it staying home and wearing masks or stepping up to serve so that lives could be saved and good could prevail. And that is something to be proud of. Page 90. And then we have number 52, a new home. Home is the nicest word there is. Laura Ingalls Wilder. Remember Little House on the Prairie? Tony had never had a home he could count on. He was given up for adoption as a baby, bounced around the foster system, and was finally adopted when he was 4 years old. But when he was 11, his adopted parents left him in the hospital in Charlotte, North Carolina, and never returned for him. Oh my God. Scared, alone, and feeling utterly unlovable, Tony needed somewhere to go until his situation could be sorted out. A social worker called up Peter, who had already been a foster parent. Peter agreed to take Tony in and vowed to help Tony overcome the trauma of being abandoned. I was crying, Peter told Good Morning America. I thought, who would do that? Tony moved in with Peter and finally found his first real home. Peter officially adopted Tony a few years later. In the process, both Peter and Tony found the family they had always longed for in each other. So somehow being in a home with somebody and having a home for somebody is going to be very significant, because maybe you felt like you never really had a place to call your own. And you're going to finally have that with someone. That's beautiful. And you're going to sacrifice whatever it is you need to sacrifice. And it looks like you're protected here. There is something going on with somebody that hates you, and they're going to try to mess with your money. But it looks like that this person is going to give you everything. Their heart, they're going to want to give you a commitment. And they're, it looks like divorcing someone else in the process. It might just be a friend of yours that's living with you that's going through a divorce. Alright, I guess we'll leave it there. Spirit, who are you talking to? A feather came out. Look at there. That feather keeps coming out. That black and blue one. I got H, Cancer, Jupiter, 8, WWKT, T. 3 T's. Okay? Okay. And then North Node Aquarius flipped over. EGI, Aries, DV10H, Sagittarius, C. I'm going to go 2 more times, and then I'm going to pull trinkets, and that's going to be a wrap. Thank you if you stuck it out with me. I love you guys. WH, number 9, FTV, Pisces, North Node, AO. One more time, that's going to be it. CZ, Aquarius, Neptune, TI12DW. I don't know if I said L or not, but there's an L there. Alright, what trinkets would you give this collective? What would you give us as far as trinkets? I need to bring my other trinket bowl. I have another bowl of trinkets at Miss Mary's. If you're new here, I live with Miss Mary during the week. I found another feather, a piece of selenite. I have 2 keys to that home that this person has never had. The Hanged Man, remember seeing it from a different perspective. Romance could divert your attention away from money matters today. There's a rose here. Somebody had a card about going into a garden. There's a horse. Horses are significant. Somebody has a fancy heart. I have that phoenix rising or dragon. A skull. 2 hearts connected. A cross. A heart that's in German or some other foreign language. A quarter. An Eiffel Tower. An angel. Okay, that's going to be it. Alright, you guys, I've enjoyed being here. I will be back tomorrow to do another reading. I don't know what time yet. I have to work 3 to 11 this afternoon. So when I get off work tonight and I see how I'm feeling, I'll decide what time, Cheryl, so you'll know. And I appreciate your help today, helping me. I love you too. Thank you. Thank you for telling me you enjoyed the reading. All right, we'll leave it there, Cheryl, and then I'll be back tomorrow. If I did not get to your question, just be here tomorrow when I set the notification, and I'll be happy to add you to the list. You guys have a great afternoon. Bye-bye. I know, baby. You got to go outside. Come on.